Goal 692/1000. team looks ready. And away we go from Lumen Field. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries to him.
Oh, Penix lost it. And the Seahawks picked it up. Buttoned up pretty well after that fumble. But they are still going to take over in the red zone. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively. We can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Crisis averted, partner, but their reward here is a tough 3rd down. Oh, Penix lost it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they retain possession, so that's a positive, but that's the end of them, Brock. They've lost yardage on that fumble. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Picked up at the 38. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. Into the red zone. Gets the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Seahawks swell their first quarter by 6. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. It's a laugher so far, 24-0. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Penix here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
They're drawing up for him.
There's just something about a draw play that I really enjoy. I really do think of them almost like screens where you're trying to use that defense's speed against them, draw them into trouble, draw them out of assignment and take advantage. It's exactly what they did on that chunk run.
The Seahawks and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Big gain downfield. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Lost control of another one, and the Seahawks have it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Seahawks piling it on going into halftime. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with the alignment, a lot of quickness, right? Usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. Starting at the 10. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Play fake. Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Loses it again. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And they don't get much after recovering the fumble, so a near turnover ends in a loss of yards. They dodge the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. Well, they sent him backwards all 3 plays, Brock. That should pretty clearly bring out the punting unit. Let's see. The Steelers set to punt it. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. Has it at the 45. Whoa, and he gives himself up quickly to the surprise of, well, us and his entire team. Awful field position to start. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Taking a shot deep here. It connects on the deep shot. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. Stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball.
He's got it inside the 25. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over.
Let's go. Ready,
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator?
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Seahawks running them out of the building. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
This offense is now going for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
The left side caught by Andrews. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Timmy Bronk gets a gain of 5. 3rd down coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. He has it at the 22. The Seahawks and Justin Jefferson are ready to go to work again offensively. And even with 3 timeouts left on the other sideline, they have this one wrapped up. We'll see if they even use those timeouts. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Let's go.
They're going to pass it here. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Seahawks throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. No reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. Very good. You took on that challenge and picked up the victory. Pick out another one to tackle and build yourself a winning streak.
Mike Tirico. Greg Olson set to get this one started. Off we go from Lumen Field. He'll get across the 20, welcome down 23 yards. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him. Because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line.
He gets free. And one effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 98 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Point after. Coming up here. He's got it. And the Seahawks will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out of the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Browns offense ready now for their second drive. They're an early hold, 14-0. Start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll run for the first time with their fullback.
And they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And now it's 4th down. This is taken at the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Throwing is Vic. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in to the 20. A big play there, about as big as you can get. That is a 96-yard play. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal.
Yes.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2.
On the jump.
Task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They'll run. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3.
Fields now on 2nd down. Overcome in a flash, and he lost the football. The Seahawks scoop it up.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Seahawks. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. A great game. Take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Brings up 2nd
down. It's Fields.
32-yard line.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes.
Oh, they hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Seahawks scoop it up.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it up. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Number 7, the ball carrier. Rashawn Gary on the tackle.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
Here's a designed run. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. The run game not helping them out those last 2 plays, thus 3rd and 16. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's in! Steve Smith, touchdown Seattle. the point. Up and good. And the Seahawks keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. That rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11th. He works free. Right side.
Oh, man, you know he wanted that one. He's going to wind up just short of the goal line, but what a return it was. When he got to midfield, Mike, I thought he was gone. I mean, it won't be a touchdown, but he set his guys up first and goal, and that was electric to watch.
The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. And the rich get rich, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. The extra point is good, and the Seahawks continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They go play action with Fields. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Fields operating out of the pistol. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Hot 70, hot 70. 19 Lions.
On play action, it's Vick. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again from his own end zone. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. Oh, big hole left side. And he will dive into the end zone. 98 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
A return now from the 4. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Pistol snap back to field. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it That will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Recovered by the Seahawks.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
7-yard line.
Ready. We begin the fourth quarter with a run here on first and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal.
Ready.
On second and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown tonight. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that.
They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. We'll start this drive, first and 10. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll work now on second and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down.
Here we go.
Play action now for Fields. Connects with his big tight end, man Hurts. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
It really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks.
This one intercepted. Picked it up by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Seahawks take over.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Okay, ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get up. 18, Pioneer.
Off the play fake. Here's Vic. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now the try here for the point out. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will add one more onto their big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Nolan Smith in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. That is brought in downfield by Sutton.
That's interference. Defense. That's Penalties declined.
Here we go. One final play. Moving to his left. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, New Orleans.
From the 50, it's Smith. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 14.
Play action. It's Smith. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Smith now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nolan Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This returnable for Cup. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Justin Jefferson. 97 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. There's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Geno. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Gino now to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Throwing again is Smith. Any here, not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's caught at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First down.
Here we go. Set.
First and 10.
Throwing Vic. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Touchdown! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
Here's Vic. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Peyton will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So here's Vic following the interception. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Vic readies to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to throw, Smith. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing is Smith. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Cup now on the return. Three quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of his end zone, here's Vic. That's down the field for Jefferson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 96 yards, everything but the end zone. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Come on.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Peyton up the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows that it's getting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. Just
no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding.